Wrestling since 97, 98 has been great. It's given me many things to look forward to, a lot of excitement, a lot of enjoyment. But as of recently, you may have noticed my Raw reviews and topical videos have been very limited. And that is because after quite some time of the WWE, TNA, and wrestling in general not giving me the enjoyment and excitement that I expect from it, I finally cracked. And it's really sad that I'm saying this because I've supported it for so long, but I just cannot believe how bad it's been recently. And normally I find one, two things I like, but right now I don't know what's going on, and it's really sad to say. Going forward, doing Raw reviews is going to change. I'm still going to do the occasional topical video where and when it's worth talking about something. I'm going to do the pay-per-view reviews. I'm going to do the old pay-per-view reviews when wrestling was more enjoyable. Yes, it still had its bad and I will point them out, but I feel that's where the direction's going to go. But tonight I'm going to be talking about the Survivor Series. The pay-per-view as a whole was pretty damn bad. It was only two main matches and some entertainment in other matches that really saved the pay-per-view. Like, in the pre-show, this was just terrible. Fandango has returned, and just changing some wrestling moves, his style, his diva, is not going to save him. I don't think Fandango is a working wrestler for the WWE. He may get a temporary push now, but I don't think it's going to last. If Justin Gabriel beat him at the pre-show, I would not have cared. I would have supported Justin Gabriel for that win. And on the actual pay-per-view, you had the Bunny defeating Slater Gator for his tag team with Adam Rose. The feud between Adam Rose and the Bunny is terrible. I don't know why these two are still around. Oh, it's enjoyment for the kids. Sell kid merchandise and toys. Great, but having them pretty much every week. I preferred when we didn't know when we were going to see Adam Rose next, or the Bunny. But now we seem to get it each and every week to build up a stupid feud. As for Slater Gator, they're not as bad as they were months back. Okay, but for some reason you had the Bunny on the actual pay-per-view and you had Cesaro on the pre-show. Yes, Cesaro is nowhere near where he should be. Yes, he faced Jack Swagger when that feud should have died months ago. But Cesaro is still a wrestler fans want to see more than Adam Rose and the frickin' Bunny. Bad booking, I didn't understand. Terrible. But on the pay-per-view also, you had this video conversation with Roman Reigns. Yes, he's coming back in a month, but I'm sorry. Before his injury, he was getting strongman booking. Can't keep Roman Reigns down. It was only when he got to face the Viper, Randy Orton, we got to see a more weaker side to Roman Reigns. That was better. An actual fight for Roman Reigns. He's not unstoppable. But when he returns, I'm pretty sure he's going to get booked as Superman because he's back. He's Roman Reigns, damn it. And fans might like that. They might be cheering him. Yes, there's someone here to save the WWE. But no, booking him heavily strong when he returns is not really going to make fans stand behind him. I'm sure they stood more behind him when he was getting his ass kicked by Randy Orton. Come on, fight back, Roman Reigns, fight back. I'm just slightly worried about his return. And you give these video conversations to Roman Reigns. Yes, because he's returning in a month. But for reaction, for the fans wondering, could we not have had one possibly soon, with Daniel Bryan. Think of how hot he was last year. Fans love Bryan. And having a conversation with him would get probably more likely a better reaction than Reigns got. Even when they heard that Roman Reigns was returning, TLC, the reaction wasn't big. No. And Bad News Barrett, you have him return on the pre-show. Could he not have had a slot at the pay-per-view? A guy like Bad News Barrett that fans like, fans want to see, fans want to hear. You could have had him at the pay-per-view, the actual pay-per-view. WWE, I'm disappointed. And yes, we're possibly going to get him actually on Raw. But talking about Raw, before I get to the matches of the pay-per-view, Larry the Cable Guy. You can forget about him. He can have his comedy part, whatever he's going to have. Following Raw on the network, for the fans that do have it, we're having Vince McMahon appear on Stone Cold Steve Austin's podcast to ask him questions. Probably Vince getting to ask Austin questions. That is brilliant. That is a draw. Things like that should be on the network. Fans want to see Austin. So that's a positive there. And I'm pretty sure I'll find a way, us in the UK, of seeing that somehow. But now onto the actual card. The first match of the night after the opener with the Authority and Cena and Vince, we get Stardust, who is now in a red, gold, black attire with Goldust, versus Las Matadores, who they're good performers, it looked like, in that match, but who really cares about them? Against Usos, you can compliment them as much as you like, and Damien Mizdow, and The Miz. And this match was pretty good for opener, a good tag match to kick the show off. New tag team champions in The Miz and Damien Mizdow, or Mizdow, whatever we're calling him these days. It was brilliant. You have The Miz doing this, the fans going boo, and when Mizdow does it, yeah! I wonder if The Miz feels jealous that his tag team partner, his stunt double, is getting all the reaction. We can see who the face, who the heel is. The feud is pretty much there. Sooner or later, The Miz is going to crack that he's not getting his fans, his millions, his Hollywood buddies supporting him. They're supporting his stunt double. The feud is appearing. And holding both championships at the end, Miz, maybe that could represent jealousy. You had to hold both belts. You feel that you're the centre man, the icon, the champion. When it's actually Mizdow who picked up the win by tagging himself in and getting the gold. The feud is coming, people, and I'm really excited for this. And it should be in Mizdow's favour. We should actually see Mizdow want to break out of copying The Miz and beat down on The Miz. Brilliant. Well done, WWE. Okay. Emma, Natalya, Alicia Fox, Naomi defeat Summer Rae, Layla, Paige, and Cameron. It came down to Paige being the final, and I would have preferred if she took out all the other divas. But at the same time, I'm going to compliment this because it shows that Paige is not unstoppable. There are other divas who can take her down. But the whole Total Diva stuff, I couldn't care. I'm really going to say that. But this match went on too long and it got more time than the actual Divas Championship match. And this was more of a representing of WrestleMania when Sheamus beat Daniel Bryan 18 seconds, because the match got pretty much that. You have Brie Bella kissing AJ as soon as the bell rings, and then Nikki hitting her finisher to become the new Divas champion. And I like how the story fitted in here. You had Nikki Bella taking advantage of Brie Bella being her assistant, or probably Brie Bella wanting to help Nikki, and we get a new champion. The backhand to this is that AJ could get a rematch on Raw, but the feud going forward is going to be a Bella feud. We're going to have Nikki Bella versus Brie Bella for the championship going forward. Possibly so Brie Bella can eventually become the Divas champion and overcome her sister. It's nice that the story is finally going to come to a conclusion at possibly WrestleMania. Give Nikki a good run, drop the belt at WrestleMania to Brie Bella. Again, I'm going to compliment the Divas direction possibly, but not the matches we got at the pay-per-view. Now, it's rare that we get a full pay-per-view card that every fan is dying to see. A full good card of matches. But when it comes to matches like this, Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt, it's a pretty big deal, because this match, two great characters, two great wrestlers, great fan bases behind each wrestler, and the performance showed in this. They went at it. It was brilliant. You even have Bray Wyatt wanting to claim Dean Ambrose. It shouldn't have gone this way. You should just let yourself be. And Bray Wyatt was going to finish the match himself by using a steel chair. But Dean Ambrose taking it off him and threatening to hit Bray Wyatt, which should have happened at WrestleMania against Bray Wyatt and John Cena. And it went down to Dean Ambrose attacking Bray Wyatt with the chair. Bray Wyatt defeats Dean Ambrose by DQ. And then you get to see the future being built up between these two as Dean Ambrose goes crazy, mental, and brings in steel chairs. He brings in ladders. He brings in table. And there you have it, the TLC match made. Is it going to main event the pay-per-view? Possibly not when you've got John Cena around. But I like how it finished. TLC's only 3 weeks away. You've got a match made. Brilliant. A rematch made between these two? Brilliant. Story being built up between these two? Brilliant. This match deserves all the credit it got. You could find some bad about it, but we have a match here that the WWE knows that fans are praising and fans want to see. Am I disappointed we did not get a clean winner? No. I want to see this feud being stretched out with so much they can think of to make this story work, to make this feud work, to bring the best up each character. And I don't think 1 or 2 matches would have done that. So I praise the WWE for their decision here. Bring on TLC. Main event time. And the stipulation was, if the Authority lose, they lose the power of the company. If Team Cena lose, Team Cena, apart from John Cena, are fired. But then Vince McMahon in the opener added another stipulation. If the Authority lose, the only one that could bring them back is John Cena. So expect the main event of TLC to be Cena versus possibly an Authority guy. And if the Authority guy wins, possibly the Authority are back. But I think the main event gave us direction on who Cena's opponent could be and possibly the future of the Authority. Talk about the eliminations first. Big Show eliminates Mark Henry. This was stupid quick, but, cocky Mark Henry, cocky Authority. Rusev eliminates Ryback. Okay, you bring Ryback as a pretty big deal, only for him to be the second man eliminated in this match. Okay, I'm sure Ryback will have a lot to say on Raw, But he gets eliminated by Rusev. Rusev now has his next feud. Rusev versus Ryback. Heel Rusev face Ryback. Predictable, as I said, possibly 2-3 weeks ago. A feud, a match I wouldn't mind seeing. Is Ryback going to be the one to end Rusev's dominant run? Wouldn't mind it. Let's just see if that happens to be the case. We have Rusev, who gets put through a table and gets counted out. We have Harper, who eliminates Rowan. We have Big Show, who turns on Cena, and Rollins eliminates Cena. We all thought that Ziggler, he's injured, he can't take on the Authority, he can't take on Rollins on his own. And it looked like it was going to go that way. Triple H got involved. He couldn't believe that Ziggler, whatever he's drinking before matches, is giving this monstrous... Ooh, he's probably drinking Monster Energy. He's probably drinking something that's giving him a good kick. And it's because Triple H got involved, out comes the icon Sting. And you can see what is going on. Going back to when The Undertaker faced Triple H, the stare, looking around at the fans, possibly a WrestleMania sign, you could see the WWE wanted to see what reaction they got. And my question is, to you and to myself, is do I want to see Sting versus Triple H? This will possibly be a topical video on its own, but without Taker being around, Triple H could be the next big thing. But he's not the boss anymore. By WrestleMania, he could be the boss. But also, is Sting going to be the same Sting he was in TNA and show that he can't wrestle very well or as good as he used to? Or with the WWE's help, is he going to be a great challenger for Triple H at WrestleMania? Would I prefer to see Triple H versus Roman Reigns? I feel that Triple H versus Roman Reigns would have been a good match too. There's also a chance that Sting and Triple H might be done before WrestleMania. This is just a thought going in my head because it reminded me of Triple H and The Undertaker. But with Sting there, Sting takes down Triple H quite easily and then puts Ziggler on top of Rollins. And this part here, because of the long stare Triple H and Sting had, Rollins and Ziggler were dead for the whole time and still dead enough for Ziggler to get the win. I guess that part wasn't the big part of the finish. It was more Sting and Triple H. But that match looks to be set in stone, the way to go forward. I like how storytelling was added as well, with Scott Armstrong being Triple H's backup referee. So I say Ambrose and Bray and the main event are what real things that saved the pay-per-view, as well as Mizdow. But please, people, please share your thoughts about this pay-per-view in the comment section below. Till next time, YouTubers. Goodbye.